Those are recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
I'm Keslen.
I'm Bella.
I'm Collin.
And I'm Jack.
Today we're going to be talking about outdoor activities. So Keslen, I hear you skate.
I do.
Tell me about that. How did you start skating?
I started because one of my friends in freshman year said he was going to the mall and he was going to buy a skateboard. And I was like, I wanted one. And so I told my dad, and he got mad at me because he said I was spoiled. And then we went to the mall and we got a skateboard.
Oh. Were you, really bad at first?
I think I actually picked it up pretty quick because before that I had, kind of been using, my friend's longboard. And, I stepped on a skateboard before, but I picked it up pretty quickly.
What made you want to keep going? What made you...
I think at first I wasn't, super into it, but I, liked it. And, it kind of just, sat there and, I skated a little. And then I, tore my ACL doing it. And I think after, each injury I got, I wanted to, more. After I tore my ACL and I started skating again, I was like, okay, I really want to skate now. And then I broke my elbow. And after my elbow was when I really got into it.
Was it hard to, go back? Was it, do you have to, relearn the tricks when you went back to after?
It was, yeah, it was kind of just, relearning, but, not as hard. Because it's just, your balance is kind of worse. And yeah, but it's not too hard to, relearn.
Describe, skate culture. What kind of people?
So, well, I think, with skateboarding, it's, it's kind of all about how it basically brings in a bunch of different people. Anybody can skateboard, and it's you'd find a lot of skaters they skate because it helps with things that are happening in your own life. I started skating just because of my friend, but it helps so much. If I'm sad or something or just something's going on at home, I can just go skate and it's it disappears.
How long do you plan on continuing to skate?
I want to skate for the rest of my life.
Ooh. Okay. Well, now we're going to cut to Collin and Jack.
Collin and Jack.
How you doing?
So Jack here does cross country.
Yes,
which
sir.
is well, what is cross country? Can you tell us about it?
Cross country is a sport to where you run 3.1 miles, and you have to go to the finish line as fast as you possibly can. Otherwise, you earn more points from your team, and the more points your team earns, the worse your score. The bigger your scores, and that's bad for your team because you want as small a score as possible.
Golf.
Yeah.
What got you into cross country? What started you there?
Well, my mom actually got me into it because she told me, to be honest, I'm not great at any other sports. And since I have her running genes, I should do cross country because I could probably get a scholarship for that. And I ended up liking it after that.
That's good. Is it difficult?
It can be at first. Every so often, when I first started, I ran for 5 minutes, then quit again, ran for 5 minutes and quit again. So it was really hard. But you just got to pace yourself. You just have to take deeper breaths. You got to stay calm. You got to just practice and practice and practice. And then you eventually get good at it or get in the hang of it.
So you would say, people might say that running is boring or something, but would you say that it's still has a lot of thought that has to go into it, kind of like other sports?
I'd say so because you have to think about, whenever I run, I listen to music, so that just helps me get my mind off stress. If I'm stressed out, I'll just go run or to the gym, but I'll also run to the gym. So I'll be listening to music, so that helps me get my mind off things. But you have to have that sort of thought process in the race, how fast am I going to run? Who am I going to catch up to? And how am I going to catch up? What sort of muscles am I going to use? How much am I going to be moving my arms so I don't waste enough energy so I can get to the finish line?
It's really interesting. What do you like about running the most?
I'd say the winning aspect. I've never actually won a race, but I want to get to that point eventually to where I can be considered a good runner because the fastest runners possible are 15-minute 5Ks, which is 3.1 miles, but I want to get to around that time, so...
So you definitely have goals. Do you think that's what you want to do in the future? How long do you plan on doing running?
I'm probably going to be running for the rest of my life. I don't know about 5K for the rest of my life, but just to stay healthy in general, running's great, so I'll probably be running for the rest of my life, so...
So that's good. You enjoy it enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that wraps up our outdoor activities podcast.
This
has
been
Bella, Collin, and Bella.
Collin and Bella.
And Keslen and Jack.
Keslen and Jack.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Have a good day.